Hey guys, welcome back to Two Girls, One Bong.
The podcast that's better when you're stoned, but it's oh-fucking-K if you're not. My name is MacDizzle.
And I'm Joya.
Let's dive on in.
Ow! The first one was good and that one was even better.
Yes. We've never recorded in my house,
Yeah.
at my house before, so this... Sorry. So we recorded together at her house once and completely forgot how we did it.
Well, I thought also you were going to mention how we filmed a whole episode and had to throw it away because the audio was fucked up.
Yeah.
And it was a drunk episode, which is why we obviously need to make sure that we're
sober.
doing everything right because we filmed an entire episode and it was good.
It was a good video,
like
guys.
It was really good. We had a lot of dialogue. We talked about like personal, like our friendship. And there was like a lot of really good moments, and then we had to literally throw it away.
It was
so
unlistenable.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
like
bad.
We were both on it, but it sounded like when we were on one mic.
It was one mic. One person's voice was really quiet. There was echoing. It was just really, really bad stuff.
And it's funny because when we set it up, like we were like, yeah, it sounds good. Fuck it. Like, let's just do it. And it was like, no, we needed to, do a little extra work.
Yeah,
we
were wrong.
So we did it today.
Yes, we did.
MacDizzle spent, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes yesterday trying to set up the 2-mic thing.
It was a little irritating, but we're here.
Yeah.
This mic is actually from your house.
The one you bought the second one?
Mm-hmm. Because when we recorded at her house, I had to buy a second mic just so we could do it.
Yeah.
I'm having an ADHD moment. I'm staring out the window. Okay.
What was it that caught you out the window?
Leaves.
Yeah. Oh, they're pretty. They're
blowing
like
in the
color.
wind. It's windy today. It's Earth Day.
It is Earth Day. Happy Earth Day.
Happy Earth Day. We went and cleaned up a little park by my house yesterday in honor of Canna for Climate. If you don't know what Canna for Climate is, basically every year, April 21st, the day after 420, once you make your way out of your weed coma, you go and clean up a certain area in your community.
Because it's the day between 420 and Earth Day.
Mm-hmm. And it's just like a little way for stoners to be like, look, we contribute
we are
more
active,
than you.
Yeah, members.
How many times a year do you go out and clean the park?
Oh, yeah. It is so important, though, because stoners are put into this box of, like, lazy, loser, throwing your life away, not doing anything, whatever.
Which we are, all of those things.
But
we know how to clean, too.
Yeah, so that was fun. We got a lot of trash. There was surprisingly a lot of clothes.
Well, so the reason that place was a little suspicious in items is because there's a lot of homeless people, drug users in that area.
You know what? And it's funny because there actually was somebody who probably lives in the area, like, watching us, and it's just one of those things where it's like they're watching us to see what the fuck we're doing because we are in their
we're in their space and we're picking things up, moving things around.
Exactly. And so I saw this person, like,
it was a lady,
watching
right?
us. I don't know, I couldn't really tell the person's gender.
Think,
they were far away. It could have been a lady.
I think just the stature. It looks like a smaller person.
Yeah, it was a smaller person. But yeah, I just to myself was thinking like I know this person's not going to bother us unless we bother them. They're trying to figure out what the fuck we're doing, and we're being. I mean, dude,
we're just picking up trash.
Yeah, but like, if somebody just came into my literally right next to where I live and was like,
"Why are you here?"
Yeah, it's just like one of those like, "What the fuck?"
Don't touch that trash. I put it there.
It's my trash. But yeah,
there was a refrigerator that we were unable to pick up. It was too big.
Like, honestly, what fucking person does that?
Just dumped an entire refrigerator.
If you have this, and the refrigerator wasn't in one piece, it was taken apart. So a professional had that refrigerator and put it there. That's fucking insane to me.
And
if you have a business working on appliances,
you can get money for scrap parts too.
Which is probably, realistically, that's probably what they did with it.
But like,
because it was all taken apart.
But you take that whole thing to a junkyard and they're just going to pay you up front for that.
Well,
proper disposal, because the junkyard will dispose of it properly. That dangerous.
Yes.
There's electronic parts in there, batteries, things that could leak.
Yeah. They actually just had in my area, they just had a neighborhood what's the word? Big trash day to bring your electronics.
Oh, so like a good disposal.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
you're not. I didn't even know that.
Did you know that you're supposed to take your used batteries to your local fire department?
No.
You're not supposed to throw batteries in the trash or in the recycle. They cause huge fires. No, why isn't that common knowledge? If that's what you're supposed to do,
Yeah.
why isn't there like a little battery
Yeah.
option? Like, here's your battery box. Every home gets a battery box.
Yeah.
And here's where your local fire department is.
Yep, totally. Yes, it's like, why? But hey, you know what I do know? The Pythagorean theorem.
I know y equals mx plus b,
Period.
bitch.
Period.
A squared plus b squared
That's
equals
slope,
c
right?
squared.
Y equals mx plus b is the slope, I think?
Yeah. That's how you find the slope of a
slope.
right triangle.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
a slope in general.
No.
Because Pythagorean theorem is...
Oh, it's a right triangle.
That's triangles.
I don't fucking know. I did not do well in math. I'll have you know something. I got straight A's one semester in high school. I had a B.
Yeah, in math.
A fringe B plus in math.
Yeah.
And we had a group test for the final test. Smartest kid in the grade was in my class.
Oh, nice!
And I told him, I said, look, I'm so sorry that you're stuck with me. I will
but
not.
But it's good because you're really...
I said, I will not mess you up. I will copy everything you write down exactly as you write it. Okay? I will not slow you down, but I will copy everything you tell me to copy down as you say it.
That is so funny.
And I got an A. I got a really good grade on the final.
You know what that reminds me of? I had I feel like I probably told you this story before, actually, because I was it was a math class. It was a social science math. It was statistics. And it was like a higher up. I took like a base statistics, and then there was like a higher up.
It's statistics?
Well, I had to.
Stupid.
It was in my freaking, that was like a core class.
The curriculum.
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
my God.
sociology.
She went to like a very smart place. It was college though,
Yeah,
right?
it was college. Because, I was with a man. There was no men in my high school. There was only women, which was great. As soon as I got to college and there was boys in the classroom, I was like, why the fuck are they in here?
Who invited the boys to learn?
Yes, I can't, I'm distracted.
Gonna need you to send them outside to the fields.
Yeah, where they belong. Go do some whatever.
Manual labor.
Yes. But I got in my stats class, which also I had a very cool to a fault professor. Like, I didn't learn anything in the class at all because he was canceling fucking tests and shit, but I got paired up with this guy who had been in the Marine Corps, and I never saw him smile the whole time.
I remember the story about him. He said, I wish I could get half as excited about anything that you do for everything.
About nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
I wish I could get as excited about anything as you do about nothing.
Yeah, But when I met you, I used to describe you as a golden retriever.
Yeah.
Very excited young lad.
Yeah.
Lass.
I know. There's not as many things that excite me now. However, I do give a lot of energy to things that I do get excited about. Oh, fuck.
Get out.
But I got paired with that guy for a fucking assignment, and he was a documenter in the Marine Corps. So he would go out in the battlefield, take photos, and write about
a man lost his limbs.
No, seriously, yeah.
I saw trachea.
Yeah, he was like basically like a journalist in a Marine Corps journalist, and so he wrote like crazy, and so I was paired with him for a fucking project, and I didn't have to do anything because he was like,
"Don't fucking touch anything."
Yeah, and I was like, sick. Yeah, I got a B in that class, and literally we didn't do, and I didn't learn anything, and that's what I had to do. I had to take a higher up stats class later on, and it was so hard. So very, very hard.
I failed the same class with the same teacher twice in a row.
Oh my God, what class was it?
Logic.
Oh, so like philosophy?
And logic, like fallacies and...
What age were you?
This was college. I was in junior college. I was 18. I was 18.
Yeah, I took a philosophy class my first year also.
Yeah, I took it, got a D. Took it again, got a D.
Wow.
Didn't even get a better grade.
To hear that because you are a very logical person a lot of times. You can get to it from a question to an answer.
Yeah, yes. Okay, so here's the thing though. My logic doesn't follow the normal human path of logic.
And you also learn about so many ways of logic.
That's what I'm saying, philosophy. Like proving a fallacy, like the sky is blue. My pen is blue. My pen is the sky.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
Yeah, somebody who just heard that knows exactly what type of fallacy that is too.
I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed by it. I said, I don't know. They're lying to you though. The pen is not the sky.
Yeah, your pen is not the sky. Actually, in my philosophy class, my professor did a what's the word I'm looking for? Like an exercise where he basically was but trying to prove that mediums, psychics, and those kinds
are all
of
fake.
Mm-hmm. And he was basically like, okay, what he said was, now what if I say, I am. What does the name Martinez sound familiar to anyone? Is anybody missing somebody with the name Martinez? And then he goes, I'm looking at the class and there's a vast majority of Latino individuals. So the likelihood that I'm going to get somebody who knows somebody with the last name Martinez or has the name Martinez is high. So he's basically saying
they just generalize. They do really generalized things to make it apply to a large group of people.
Right,
so
exactly.
So at least one of them it's going to apply to.
Which I'm sure that a lot of people do that.
What do you do to the one-on-ones?
What?
What about the one-on-ones?
Right.
I believe that most people are faking it.
Yes.
There are a small, tiny little handful of people who can do this shit.
I had a reading with a medium last year trying to talk to my mom, and it was did not go how I wanted it to.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah. Well, she was really young too, the girl. She was really sweet. I had a recommendation from a friend, so I didn't just go find a random person, but it was not I was unless there's things about my mom that I don't know.
You're just reconfirming everything I already know.
Well, there was a couple times where I don't even remember because I was half a little bit of the way through I was yeah, this isn't going where I wanted to. Which also plays a huge part if people, maybe she was talking to my mom and I just wasn't giving her the fair chance, but I'm pretty sure if she was talking to my mom wouldn't let me.
Your mom would be like, relax.
My mom would be like, bitch, fucking pay attention. I haven't talked to you in 3 years. But yeah, anyway. Lots of people do have those abilities, I absolutely believe. But
I don't think lots of people do.
Well, there's 7 billion people in the world.
I think that I think that the percentage of people who can actually do that is small.
Well, yes, but there's
maybe a couple thousand people total.
Maybe.
I think if we really think about that, something supernatural, something that oh.
Hello. We're having some technical difficulties.
Why did that open? Nobody touched the computer.
I have absolutely no idea.
Anyways, my house is haunted and he likes A$AP Rocky, apparently.
He's like, free ASAP.
Free ASAP. He's out.
Oh, he is?
He paid that $5.50 bill. What you mean?
Right.
Anyway, so today we're going to be doing drunk advice.
Yes.
I poured us a tequila shot. We already took one. We're about to take another.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
sorry.
It's okay.
That wasn't a good sound.
I liked it.
Thank you. All right. So I have put out some feelers on the Instagrammers to get some questiones from you guys to advise the children on how to behave in life.
Yes. Proceed with caution because I wouldn't take advice from us.
I need you to look at me in my life. Look at me here and understand that I'm mentally unwell. My bank account's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
So, okay, that's funny because I feel both of us have things that we shouldn't give advice on and things that we could give advice on.
Me? In shambles, emotionally. Yeah. Emotional train wreck. Her, she's a little bit more on board with that, all right?
But financially...
She's not in the same place as me, right? Together, we can make one coherent person. That's why we have a podcast together. We can't do this alone.
No. Duh.
Okay, so let's take this shot.
Yes. Gorgeous.
Cheers. Cheers to fucking... Is this 7 years?
Yes. 7 years of friendship. You know what we should do? I don't know how the fuck we could do this. But I would love to know the very first day that we met. We would have
the actual date.
Yes,
of the photo shoot. That would be really hard to find.
But it couldn't have been too much before the hot box. I think probably about 2 weeks or a week and a half before the hot box.
You don't think a month?
No. It was not that far after. Maybe a month.
I
No more than a month. No more than a month.
But can I also say something real quick? We said 7 years, and I
Yeah.
just wanted to give you like a quick. You're not gonna think it's funny.
Oh fuck.
Anyway, so there's this one scene in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, Jim Carrey,
Uh-huh.
and he's talking about training dolphins. He's pretending to be a dolphin trainer.
Ah.
He says, "I speak to the dolphins." Anyways, but he goes, 7 years I trained with the dolphins.
I fucking love Jim Carrey.
And he just holds up 5 years.
Oh.
7 years. 7 years I trained with the dolphins.
Oh my god. There's a part in Yes Man where he is like laying on a couch and he's like this.
Oh yeah. And the fly goes in his mouth?
Yes.
Bro, it looks fake.
Oh my god. My friend Jenna and I, one of my childhood friends, made that face at each other for years after that movie.
You know those the smile that he does as the Grinch?
Yes.
Not animated.
I believe it. That motherfucker has control of every single fucking muscle in his fucking face. He can do yes. Literally. So anyway, advice.
Okay, let me go here. Oh, advice. Yes. Yes. Oh my god, wait. Look. 1 year ago. 1 year ago. It's us.
Oh. OMG.
It's us smoking a giant
That thing
joint.
was huge. And you know what? I dropped
a lot of it on the floor.
I dropped a big piece of it. Hey, no, we're good. We're not freezing. It's not freezing.
Are you saying that because it is freezing?
No, I'm not. It's not freezing. Look.
Okay, why did you decide to bring that up just now?
Oh, because I thought you gave me that look because I touched the cord.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
No.
But yeah, I dropped, when people make those really, really big joints, it's hard for all of the weed to stay in there safely without you, like, tilting it upward.
Yes.
And I never thought that I would be. There was that one video of Trippy Trees that went viral as fuck.
Oh, because she dropped the whole thing.
joint.
People hated her for that.
Dude,
it was so
which
sad.
I thought was so, yes, like, what
it's
the
not
fuck? She
your
fucking,
weed.
It's not her joint. She did not mean to do that. Like, that's insane. People were really mean about that.
People were really mean at her.
In any case, even if they weren't mean, they were laughing at her. Like,
Yeah.
so many people, and
And she's just honestly little sweetheart. Didn't deserve all that. She just minds her own business and fucking does her thing, you know?
yeah.
I know you have a different history.
We don't
with
really
her.
like each other, but
Yeah.
I absolutely felt horrible watching her do something, not even do some accidentally.
You're just an empathetic person, so
Yeah.
like you're able to put yourself in other people's
right.
situations.
Well,
like
and
that.
then fast forward 2021, I fucking
She
did
did
that.
it.
Exactly, but mine didn't go as viral as hers. She like looked really good outside in the
Well,
sun.
also the amount that she dropped was way more than
It
you
was
dropped.
a huge.
It was the entire joint. You dropped like the tip of the
Yeah,
joint.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
there was still a fair amount
And
of smoke.
you know what's funny? Oh my god! So when that happened, I picked up. It was what's that weed brand that's here in Long Beach? Fresh Baked.
Mhm.
One of the best weed brands I've ever personally seen in our entire career. That's what it was full with.
I've heard some unsavory things about the
God.
owner. Here's how I'm
Well,
going to
well,
put it
well,
into
well.
perspective. They're from Huntington Beach.
Well, that's
And that should tell you exactly
and you know
what you need to know.
Have you seen the grower's Instagram name?
No, what is it?
There is I don't remember what word it is, but it's a word associated with, it has a historical context.
Of like white supremacy?
No.
Because I'm like, wait.
gosh. Oh my gosh, I wish I could remember, but
Mute the mic real quick. Isn't that fucking weird?
I'm not surprised to hear that.
But no, but
Sorry.
seeing, but once I was, they're from Huntington Beach or from Newport
Yeah.
Beach or whatever. Newport Beach, that's what I meant.
Well,
They're from Newport.
Yeah, not Newport Beach is Huntington Beach with a fucking
On
with
crack.
some pearls on. No, Huntington Beach is Newport Beach on crack.
Oh yeah, because they're
Huntington
like
Beach
a
is
little
crack.
more.
Yeah, Newport Beach is cocaine, a lot of it. So I'm really, and if you're not from Southern California, you don't have no idea what we're talking about, but
But you know that there's Trump rallies in Newport Beach.
yes, there is. And in Huntington Beach, there are riots in Huntington Beach.
Yes.
So the people were rioting because they didn't want to wear masks. I literally just cannot even what the
They're like
fuck?
standing in their fucking Mercedes Benz. You're taking away my rights.
Oh my god!
And their
Please,
fucking $90,000 car.
spare me, Jesus Christ!
Okay, but I have our first question.
Yeah, go ahead.
My wife, 28, left me for a 21-year-old closeted girl who has a boyfriend, and I miss her.
Oh.
Fuck her mom.
Wait. Sorry. Read it again.
My wife, 28, 28 years old.
Yeah, okay.
Left me for a 21-year-old closeted girl who has a boyfriend. First of all, your wife sounds like a fucking hoe. Fuck that bitch, first of all. I'm not holding back today because I've had 2 shots and there's only a tiny turkey sandwich in my belly. Fuck her mom, fuck her dad, fuck anyone close to her. That's my guy. That's my move.
I think, yes, that probably, unfortunately, this is really hard to come to, but the relationship was probably over. It sucks when you miss somebody that you felt like you had a real connection with, but something was missing from there.
If she's willing to just drop everything for some girl who's still in a relationship closet too,
yes, like bro, that's crazy.
My eyes are rolling so hard. Like let me say something. Let me say something.
And let me just say this.
Babe? Rajul?
Oh, Jesus. There's a killer in the house and he's washing his hands.
The call is coming from inside the house. Okay, no, so you will get into a relationship one day where you realize how valued and loved you are, and like you don't even have to think about all that outside noise. Mm-hmm. And this does not sound like that relationship.
No, it's not.
It does not sound. It sounds like you probably had to watch your back and worry about this kind of shit for a while.
Right, and I think that's also really hard for people to
come to terms with and understand.
Exactly, like because you let some things slide, you let some things like go over your head, and it's nobody's fault. It's that we do that when we're clouded with feelings, with emotions, and so I think it's a lot of times people don't even realize that they did realize that the relationship was over.
I want you to take this is me giving you real serious advice. I want you to take a look back at your entire relationship. And really just focus on those moments where you felt like it wasn't right. Mm-hmm. And I want you to focus on those moments and just kind of learn from them.
Yeah.
Because I had to do that as well. I was in a relationship for 5.5 years.
Way too long.
With the wrong person.
Way too long.
With the wrong person.
Yeah.
Like, me and this person, we got along great.
Right.
We were excellent business partners. We worked together great.
Yeah.
We built a whole empire. But we were not meant to be romantically involved. And there were so many flags along the way.
So many opportunities to...
The man called me pretty 3 times.
Yeah. Not
Total.
Not enough.
Total.
Yeah. So it's also hindsight's 2020. You always realize after you experience that and you find something else that fucking rocks.
Yeah, I spent a bunch of time reflecting on that. I spent 3 years by myself. Yeah. You know, so I spent a really long time reflecting on what I wanted, what went wrong,
what you don't want,
what I don't want. Yeah. Exactly.
Yes.
And so I don't want somebody like that person I was with. Yeah. And in respect to them, they're not a bad person.
Right, and that person's going to be great for somebody else.
Exactly.
Right.
Just and that's not for me.
Yes, exactly.
She's back.
Fuck, okay. So scary.
I'm sweating.
I'm warm, too. I'm glad I put deodorant on before this.
But I'm like profusely sweating right now.
You have a fucking jacket on.
But nothing else.
Well, that doesn't matter. Then it's just that warm fabric is against your skin because it's nice. It's 63 degrees and sunny outside.
I think it's the alcohol making me.
Oh yeah, that's called a tequila jacket. So you basically have 2 jackets on right now.
I'm so warm.
Let's take another one.
Okay. A lot of these comments are like repeats.
Oh, really?
Oh, here we go again.
What? Bitch, what the fuck? Wow, that was... And that song is going to make me want to jump off a cliff by the end.
I like that song still.
No, I do. I also do. The first time I was like, hey. Second time, no. And there's going to be a third and fourth time. Just
the
because
ghost
we don't
in my... Gregory the ghost wants to get jiggy with it, and you just need to accept the fact that he is going to do what he wants to do.
Gregory, if you're listening, which I know you are because you keep turning the music on, it's fine. Can we get maybe something else next time? Something else.
Maybe not the first song in my iTunes.
Yeah.
I dare you. I dare you, Greg. Play my 4th song in my iTunes.
Greg, if you're listening, play the 4th song. Now, what the fuck are we going to do if the 4th song comes on?
I'm moving.
Not staying here.
I'm telling Rob, I'm hitting that real estate up down the street.
Yeah.
Did I tell you she just came up asking me if I wanted to buy a house?
Yeah,
I said, I'm sure you want me to buy a house from you. You want 38% upcharge on it.
No. Okay, wait. When you say the 38%, what are you talking about?
So prices for houses on average are 38% higher
Okay, yes, the total price. Because you know what? I was actually thinking about that. My realtor, I'm like, damn, girl, how much did you get from that? I haven't asked her.
You should get a realtor's license.
Yeah, I know. I've been thinking about that. But also, I feel like everyone tries to do it, and the fucking real estate market is going to take an absolute
It surely is, but here's the thing. You don't need to be a real estate agent. This is just something to have. Yeah. And you have a clientele basis.
Right. Absolutely. Adam and I talked about that because all the girls, you know who did real estate, which is so random, but it's that girl that used to be best friends with Megan. That Kelsey girl. Megan the Stallion.
Oh, yeah.
That girl who...
She's probably rich as fuck.
I think she's doing well. She's like selling crazy houses in Houston. So that's definitely something that people do. And I think I could do that. Also, I love
you are the most likable person of my friend group. I'm not even joking. Like I get jealous of how much people like you more than me sometimes.
No,
I'm not joking. It's real. It's a real thing. But I also know like I'm fucking sick.
Awesome, right?
I just take a little while to warm up.
Right, and also yes, I don't
but like off jump. You are a very personable, likable person. I think that's a very important quality to have in what real estate is. You know, me. People are gonna have their first conversation, and be like, okay.
They're like, I don't want to buy a house from that
That's my problem. I don't get a second interaction with these people.
But the people that do are very happy that they got that second interaction. So
yeah, I don't know. If anyone has ever had an unsavory experience with me, you're not wrong. But there is a better experience available.
Later on. See, it's funny because I didn't have that experience at all. No. The first time we met, I was like, dang, I really like her.
It's every now. It's like certain people that I can like really hit it off with.
You're just not super like you just don't want to be in super social situations sometimes, and that's happening more as I've gotten older, especially having a partner who talks to everybody and can have a conversation with everybody. I am so much more like, no, don't fucking talk to me unless it's like a fan, in which case I am super happy to meet people, like, which is not very often anymore. Like 4 years ago, we were getting stopped like everywhere we went.
Like, even up to like I got stopped last year.
Yeah, like, I mean, I still do get.
But also COVID, lockdown, all that kind of stuff happened, and we stopped leaving the house.
You know what? I actually just got recognized recently. I was on a boat, and they do this thing on Lake Travis where these boat rental companies, they all group up together in one spot, and it's like a big, huge party. So there's like a ton of people, and we pulled up to the boat, and we freaking the girl on the other boat was like, "Joy, oh my god, I follow you." And it was really funny because I was with a bunch of people that don't know me, and every time you get recognized with people who you don't know, they're like,
I used to go on first dates when I was single. To Dave & Buster's. That was the place I took all of the dates. The bartenders knew I was a whore. So I went to Dave & Buster's on all my first dates, and I would get recognized there like all the time. So I felt like the coolest bitch because I was just meeting this guy, and then I didn't tell them who I was.
Right. Well, and how do you even do that?
I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm Mackenzie. My name's Mackenzie.
Yeah.
And then some girl comes up to me in the bar and is like, oh my god, can I take a picture with you? I'm like, oh my god, so embarrassing.
I'm so cool. Yeah. Yep, I always tell the story about when Adam and I first got together. We did a music festival together. We just happened to be going.
And you kept getting stopped like every 5 seconds.
We just happened to be going to the same music festival, so we linked up and went together. And it was like, because the thing was, I don't know if you remember the differentiation between like an all ages event. So whenever we would go somewhere where it was all ages,
we always had such young fans.
Yes,
so we had such young fans.
This is like 5 years ago. And so we were also really young, but yeah, we had like people in high school watching us.
Bro, can I tell you something about one of our little high school teeny boppers?
Oh god.
Her name is MacDizzle420 on Instagram. She's like one of my first fans who I started following back.
Yeah.
She has a baby.
Oh.
She was in high school when she started watching us, and now she has a fucking child.
That's crazy. That is nuts. Yeah. Oh my god. That's literally insane.
Yeah, I was like, you were a fetus. And now you have a one. Fetus. What the fuck?
Look at the two fetuses together. So, wow. One question down. Excellent. Okay.
All right. Ooh. Okay, hold on. This is funny. How to clean a dirty bong with no cleaning products. Just like regular soup. Shampoo.
What?
Alcohol. Here's the thing.
Alcohol
I'm actually
is
going
a
to give you some
cleaning
advice with
product.
no hot water.
Yes, but that only works if you do it daily or every other day.
Yes.
Maybe
However,
once a week.
it does make a very big difference in breaking stuck things down.
Yeah.
The things that are stuck are going to stay stuck. But hot water will absolutely break down a good layer of gunk around
Let me
your
tell you
bong.
something. Hot water in the downstem.
Clears that bitch out.
Because the downstem is very often where the fucking piece gets clogged. Anyway, I just cleaned out somebody's downstem, and I don't remember who it was, but I cleaned out a downstem, someone else's, recently, and it made the biggest difference. Like, I was like...
Wow.
Yes.
It took me this much air to clear the bong this time.
One down, turn it upside down, let the water hit it, flip it upside down again.
You know what I do?
Down, and then it's done.
You know what I do?
What?
So I let the water run through it.
Yeah.
Really hot water.
Yeah.
Burns my fingers. Let it run through.
Yeah.
I see all the debris
Gotta
coming
let it burn
out.
your fingers.
Oh, it burns my fingers.
Yeah, you gotta let it.
And then you let the debris run out.
Yeah.
And then I flip it around. I go... I put my mouth around the holes on the other end, and I blow it out, and it gets so much stuff out.
Yeah.
It gets so much stuff out with that blow.
And good thing, we need people like you, because I'm not putting my mouth on the end of that fucking downstem.
I'm going to put that in my mouth on anything.
You know what I do? I tilt it like sideways so that it gets in the freaking, you know what I mean? But yeah, I imagine that, well, it's just like when you turn the fucking bowl piece upside down on the downstem and let the fucking whatever go through. So yeah, hot water. But also, that person said alcohol, or did you say alcohol?
She said alcohol.
Yeah, alcohol is a cleaning product.
Alcohol is a cleaning product.
Cleaning for your cuts.
But
that does it.
Yeah, if you get some fucking 90 proof alcohol, you're gonna have a great time.
Dude, even the 70 something one, as long as it's not dabs, if it's just weed, even the 70 fucking something proof ones work. But also, what I use now is the sea salt. Like a thick salt.
Because it doesn't break down like that, and
it's more rigid. Yeah, and it gets more stuff. But hey, if you are willing to spend the extra money, that fucking...
How much is 420 formula?
Cheap. Less than $10.
How much is a bottle of isopropyl alcohol? Probably like way cheaper.
Fucking super cheap. Costco had huge 32-ounce ones for like $3 for two.
Because I really like 420 formula.
I like 420 formula.
I really like
what I was going to say about resolution, because, well,
here's my
say
thing
what
about
you
resolution.
want.
It is I would argue an industrial strength cleaner.
Yeah.
It peels casings off. Like, you can get it on a certain kind of phone case, it'll peel the plastic off. Like, it's so
for dabs and for a really bad piece.
I just use hot water for dabs.
Oh my gosh, but that you know what?
Because it'll melt. You can also just take the torch to your rig and melt it down and put some hot water through it, and it helps a lot.
I will say, being a homeowner now, when I was cleaning
don't do it down your drain anymore, do you?
I was cleaning out my bong the other day, and I was in the sink in my bathroom. And, like, you know how sometimes you'll get a little bit of resin on the
my sink in my bedroom barely fucking drains now because I've cleared so many bongs.
Yeah, so that's something that I thought about, because I was like, dang, I own those pipes down there. I guess
you want to make sure those stay clear.
Yeah. So when you're using the toilet, but also that's still your own pipes.
But the thing is, it's diluted with water already. It's in a big pool of water that's going to flush it through. It's less likely to get stuck on sides because it's just like a little dribble of water.
And when you're talking about how absolutely fucking abrasive the fucking resolution is, that's like, you need to be careful.
Who knows what that's doing to your pipes?
Yeah.
Who knows if that's just tearing
I only use that in, like, totally necessary. Like, I hadn't cleaned my bong in a fucking long... I just been changing the water out, but it doesn't... How many times can you change the water out before?
No, I think they have a product that works. I'll tell you that.
It fucking works.
It works
really well,
but almost it freaks me out because here's what happened. I was living with a certain influencer, and she asked me to clean her bong.
What's her name? Just kidding.
It rhymes with schmangela. It's a marsupial. I'm trying to think of a bad word that rhymes with puff.
Buff.
No, I can't think of one. I was thinking Duff and Designated Ugly Fat Friend, and that's me. Do you know there's a movie called Duff? Sorry,
Wait,
real quick. Yesterday, she and I were watching,
Bring It On Again. Or Bring It
On, whatever. It doesn't matter. Racist.
Or two.
Fatphobic.
Horribly.
It was uncomfortable to watch.
Literally everything that's wrong with society. Well, and it's, I thank God... I think the Lord Jesus Christ himself, that our standards are a little bit different now. And I'm also glad that a movie with that many racist fucking nuances, references, would literally never last now.
I want to show that movie to my little sister so she can understand what fat phobia is.
Yes.
Because the girl, so there's a scene in the movie where they're like, you're just too fat for the squad. She's like 112 pounds.
Literally,
like 5'5", 112.
A supermodel.
And they're like,
you need
she looks like everybody else.
Wait, somebody else said, you look like you eat Twinkies.
The
Solange character.
The girl on the other team.
Yeah.
Who was supposedly the thick one.
Yeah. Oh, they said that about her.
No, so I think the thick girl said that to the other thick girl.
Right.
So the one thick girl on the other team who was on the Warriors, she was arguably like slim thick. Like arguably.
Had some
she
little
trotted on
boobs
the
and a little
line of
butt.
thick because she had a roll of fat this big.
I didn't even see that.
It was this when she had her cheerleading outfit on. It was like this tiny little roll. It was this big.
It was fitted.
It was this big.
Her shorts.
It was this big.
Yeah.
It was this big.
Yeah.
And she was fat.
Yeah.
Then the way they described it said, "Oh my God, there's one girl in her squad that's so fat."
Yeah. Like, that's fucking insane.
That's what built me as a child, and that's why I had a fucking eating disorder.
Yeah, dude, truly. Like, wow, that is what we were watching as growing adolescents who already, no matter what, you're freaking, like, insecure about your body because it's changing. Like, even people, well, I guess maybe there's some cultures where changing body is celebrated, and I'm sure there are, and I wish we could have had that. But
well, there's cultures where women aren't sexualized. Like, you go to these indigenous cultures and like some places in Africa and like where women walk around topless.
Yeah,
it's because they're not in danger of being fucking, you know.
Yes, raped.
Anyways,
yeah.
Let's take a shot. Because I was talking about we were talking about something else before. So the industrial size cleaner, and I was cleaning it for a certain someone, right?
Yeah.
And I was cleaning her bong and I shook it. And I forgot to cover up one of the holes, and so it splashed everywhere. Her TV remote was ruined. Her car keys got ruined.
What?
I'm not joking.
Did you wash them off after?
Immediately after. I saw it happen. I was like, oh, fuck. And I started taking it, peeled the shit off.
Let me tell you something. I got it in my eye recently.
Joy, are you okay?
I think so. I think I can see fine. But let me tell you, I was fucking scared. I ran to which is funny because I was cleaning the bong in my kitchen sink, but I ran to my bathroom sink instead. I don't know why I did that. But I ran to my bathroom sink to wash my eye out, and it was fine. Like, it was a teeny little, you know what I mean? Teeny little bit, but I was scared.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
That thing melts through plastic.
Yes.
My eye is not stronger than plastic.
So, okay, let's say we'll use resolution if you are cleaning out a house that hasn't been lived in for years and the person used to take dabs in the 70s.
If you had a bong that you haven't cleaned in 6 years.
Yeah.
And you've never cleaned it. Resolution is for you.
Yeah.
Do not let it touch anything else in your life, okay?
Fuck, dude, yeah. Even, like, getting that on, like, my countertop, I was like, fuck.
Yeah, no, it's bad. All right, let's take the shot, and then I have another very good question.
Okay, cool. Cheers. Yum.
How do I get my dog high without killing her?
What? Why the fuck do you want to get your dog high, you piece of shit? Read that person's name. I'm just kidding. You don't have to.
It's a man.
Obviously. Oh, my God. Obviously. And you know what? Okay, this is actually a thing because, first of all, I will absolutely come out and say, like, I have blown smoke in a dog's face before. Many, many, many years ago.
Yes, when we were dumb, young,
when no one knows.
Uneducated.
Exactly. But, like, it is very well known that, like, first of all, you're giving your dog something that they don't consent to. Like, that is absolutely, because would you do that to a human? If you would, you should be in jail.
Would you do it to a baby?
Would you do it to a baby?
If you wouldn't do it to a baby, don't do it to your dog.
Don't fucking do it to a dog, yes. And I actually, but here's the thing. I met someone recently just in public, a random person who had a dog, who, when we lit the blunt, the dog was in everyone's face.
No, yeah, so I've heard of dogs like that who are like, they're interested in the smoke and this,
they like the
that.
smell, maybe.
And that's fine. I don't care if your dog wants to hang out while you smoke. Like, my dogs, I'm about to take a bong rip. My dogs are in the room. It's whatever.
And if my dogs accidentally get smoke in their face, they move.
Yeah, they don't.
I would never blow it in their face directly, but if my dog walks into a bong load, they walk away. They don't. But yeah, so there are dogs who are drawn to it. But do you think your dog fucking knows the correlation between that smell that they smelled or the taste that they tasted and the feeling that they have after?
No. So
here's
the thing. As someone who's had Indica's gotten into edibles.
Yeah.
Cheech has gotten into edibles, and Mary Jane has gotten into edibles. Doobie has eaten a Q-tip once.
Which is crazy. Know that.
So if you leave dab Q-tips around, those can get your dogs high.
Yes.
So you know, the Q-tips you use to clean out your little rigs,
or if
dogs
there's any resin, of any sort.
Yes, any kind of wax, anywhere, they can eat it and get high.
Also, not to
mention...
They can
eat the plant and get high.
Exactly. It doesn't need to be cooked for your dog to get high off of it.
I had a puppy underneath my bed once find a little stem, and she was eating the stem, and she was so fucking high.
That happened to when I was in college. I had a roommate who had a dog, and we thought he got into Adderall. Everyone had Adderall because we were all in college, but so we thought the dog was acting so if you've ever seen
doing this.
If you've ever seen a high dog, you know exactly what it looks like.
They do
it's fucking weird. They wiggle. They're off balance. They don't know what the fuck's going on.
A lot.
And the dog wouldn't eat. And so obviously we're all 18. We're like, oh, the dog's an Adderall. He's not eating. Like, so stupid. But we were obviously it's not my dog. There was two other girls home, but the girl who owns the dog wasn't home. And so we were really fucking scared. And we found a nug jug on the ground.
That he ate. Mm-hmm. Just ate the weed.
Which is fucking crazy. So you have to be so careful.
Yeah. So me, as someone I've had pets who have gotten high before, it is, seeing your animal actually high is not fun. It is a very, very, very scary experience. Your animals are not meant to be high. Like, they are not meant to be high. They are not able to make logical resolutions in their head to say, what I'm feeling is okay.
Exactly.
The issue is when you get your animal high, they're not going to die from weed.
No.
However,
unless it's like your dog eats an ounce.
They could, depending on their weight, they might overdose.
It's seizures,
but
they can get seizures.
They could have a seizure or a fucking heart attack because of how scared they are because of what they're feeling.
Yeah,
and so
to think about inducing that.
Don't do it deliberately. So, like, I'm just going to tell you some of the side effects. Some of the things that have happened to my animals when they got accidentally high.
Yeah.
Indica pissed in my bed. She was sleeping and pissed herself in my bed.
Yep.
Like, that is not something that a dog should do. She's potty trained. She knows what she's doing. That is not a healthy reaction for her to have.
Yeah.
Cheech, throwing up everywhere, couldn't walk straight, wouldn't eat. His eyes were rolling back in his head. Like, at the time, I was like, oh, this is kind of funny. And then it got more serious.
Well, and because it's funny because it was the opposite for me. At first, I was like, haha, because I didn't think it was that bad. And then when I realized it was that bad, I was scared. And then you go into, when you realize they're not going to die.
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh,
she's called me before when her dog got into something.
Yeah, let me tell my fucking stories
Go ahead.
So I got home and Cash used to get into the trash. Thank God he doesn't anymore, but he used to. And he had gotten into the trash, and I had eaten a bag of edibles. Not the whole thing, obviously, if you know me. But I had finished a bag of edibles.
She licked one and put it back.
Well, and then, shut up. But that's actually what I thought happened with him. So I thought that he had grabbed the empty bag of edibles out of my trash can and basically licked the bag and gotten whatever he could from that. And so I was like, oh my gosh, he's definitely high, but, he was like, I was like, okay, he just licked the bag, so he'll be fine. And then I realized I had left my office door open, which I had a whole bag of edibles in there.
And they were cookies, huh?
They were cookies. They had chocolate in them. They weren't full chocolate.
They were chocolate chip cookies. I do remember.
They were chocolate. They were like the mixed ones, like the blonde brownie or something. Okay. Mixed. And so I realized, shit, he ate a whole bag. Because if the bag is
he's got milligrams inside of him now, not just a little taste.
To be specific.
Woo!
And so I then started freaking the fuck out. That's definitely when I called you.
Yeah.
And he was when I would go to pet him, I'd get this close to his head, and he would go. Oh. It was so sad. And then he couldn't walk down the stairs to go potty. We had to carry him down the stairs. And at one point, he was in his pee stance and not peeing. He thought he was peeing, but he wasn't. It was so sad.
So Jane.
Yeah.
Remember when she got sick?
Oh my God, because I
remember
have another
calling
one
you.
after this. And because
I called her.
She's so much smaller too.
She ate 60 milligrams.
Yeah,
I
she's
know
a little
exactly
baby.
how much, or roughly about how much she ate.
Yeah.
And I know what she found. I figured it out. And she was throwing up so violently that she was crying while she threw up. It was the hardest thing to sit down and just
knowing what that's like as a human.
Yes,
when you're
I know what
when
she's
you're throwing
going
up
through,
so hard
bro.
that you're
Like, it
crying,
hurt her.
The pain.
It was hurting her. Like, she was throwing up so
baby.
violently that she was in, like, it was hurting her.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
I am obviously a lot more careful about where I leave things now.
Yes.
It was never something that I had to worry about before because my dogs never tried to get into edible packages like that. They smelled it. They both had a bad experience with weed, and so they said, I'm not touching that.
Yeah.
Jane doesn't give a fuck. She's done this more than once. So she ate those things, threw them up in the backyard, right? Violently threw up for hours and hours and hours. I called you. I was terrified. I thought I was going to have to take her to the hospital.
Yeah. Which you don't, just in case you're listening, don't take your fucking dog to
If
the
your
hospital.
dog gets really high,
Just
my
wait
best
wait it
advice
out.
is just fucking hang out with them. Put them on a towel. Put them on a towel, hang out with them,
I
and
tucked
chill.
Cash in like he was we joked that he was like a drunk person because I tucked him in. We put a little bowl of water next to him and put a little blanket so he was all snug.
Yeah, you just gotta fucking hang out with him. So
Unless it's a massive amount, in which case feel free to
go to the hospital.
Yes.
If your dog is throwing up violently and crying, I get it.
Yeah.
Take your dog to the fucking doctor because they'll give them some charcoal that's gonna help them with their stomach. It's gonna make them everything settle down.
Yeah.
But that's literally all they're gonna do. They're gonna
Yeah.
give them charcoal.
Yeah.
That's it. But
maybe
then
some
the next
fluids.
day, that dog went out and ate her puke and got high again.
That's when you really were like, oh my God, like fucking A.
Fuck, bro.
Because it's a horrible experience. It lasts for 24 to 48 hours, and it's horrible. Like, seeing your fucking baby like that. But, okay, so, and I've never told this story on social media.
Welcome to the podcast, baby.
So, here we go. I came back from California several months ago with some goodies.
Some goodies that rhyme with
Mooms.
moom. Boomies.
Yeah.
Some broomies.
Yeah.
Some brooms.
Brooms. And they
We're on the podcast.
Yeah.
We're on WeedTube.
They were shrooms. It was shroom chocolate. It was white chocolate, so it's not real chocolate, but it was shroom white chocolate. And I had left a bag on my dining room table, which normally my table, if I put it in the middle, it was not reachable by any dog in my house. But it was like shifted a little bit to one side. And so I had gone to the grocery store with my boyfriend. We got back, and I noticed that there was some stuff on the ground. Oof. And there was a bag of edibles, so I'm like, fuck. But I already know that I saw Cash go through it. He was high for a day and a half, and it was horrible. But I know that he was totally fine.
Yeah.
And so I saw that, and I immediately was like, fucking A. And then just a little bit closer, just a little bit farther underneath the table was a probably a quarter-eaten shroom chocolate bar.
She called me.
I was fucking freaking
No,
out.
and I did not know what to say.
Yeah.
I said, I don't know.
Because that's a drug.
I said shrooms? I have no idea.
I will say, so she did get into edibles also. So it was shrooms and edibles. And needless to say, there has not been another edible even within a fucking arm's reach of the fucking dogs if they could fucking lift up their arms and use them.
Yeah.
If they had thumbs. But I was so scared because that was a completely different thing that I had never done before. I'd done the edibles thing, and I was so scared, but so okay.
Honestly, she like gained consciousness and she could understand you during that moment.
Bro, so let me tell you, because this bitch was in a fucking great mood. She is a wonderful dog, and she's super sweet with humans, but with my other dogs, she's not, perfect. She gets a little cranky. But her and my other dog were playing like it was no fucking... Her and Cash
It was the best play session I've ever seen out of them. They're way better at it now.
Dude, no. We are not encouraging you to give your dog shrooms.
No. But I was so grateful to see, like,
that's
okay,
very interesting to see how that could reflect mood. Also.
Yes, and so it was we were joking, like, haha, we should give you a little bit here, there. Obviously would never fuck you do that, but it was like, we were like, dang, a little microdose might help you out, girl. But and then so she's running around being super happy, being crazy, just having so much fun with Cash. And then when she gets inside, she plops down on the ground and didn't move for so long, and I am crying because I was like, we're watching her, checking her every 30 seconds to make sure she's breathing. I was like very much, I didn't cry when Cash got, maybe I got a little emotional, but I was like crying with Remy because I was so scared that she was not, or that something was going to really scar her from this.
We don't know, like, what if it's like forever? Mm-hmm. Forever her brain is messed up.
With its fucking, like a what is that called? A hallucinogen.
Yeah,
makes you see stuff. So there was an 1/8 of shrooms in that bar, which means she probably ate about 1 gram of shrooms, which is enough for me.
Is enough to make me cry for 5 hours.
Enough to get me fucked up. Yep. So, but I what I will say is that, because she was also peeing herself when you said it could pee herself. She was not just, it wasn't a full pee, it was a dribble every 2 seconds. It was like she didn't stop peeing herself for, so like, basically
hours. She had just lost all, like, everything was being just processed through her body and let out.
Yeah. So, but, and, like, I felt so horrible, but we couldn't, like, she didn't sleep in our bed that night. We tried to put her on a dog bed right next to us, but she just kept wanting to be on the bed. She would have peed all over my entire bed.
So did you sleep on the ground with her?
She slept in the crate. No, but she was totally fine. She, like, was, like, a little, like, for a couple minutes, and then that bitch went to sleep, and she woke up and she was completely normal.
She said, I'm chilling.
It wasn't like Cash, where it was like 2 sleeps before he was even remotely okay.
The last time Mary Jane got lit, she I remember calling you and sending you a picture of her on my bed.
Yeah.
Because I was like, she's still fucked up.
So sad.
It is so sad. So so for this person, don't get your dog high.
No,
it has been it's traumatizing.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible. Like, imagine being drugged. That's what you're doing to your dog.
You're drugging your, like, weed is not fun for them, and you should not be blowing. And if you're just like, oh, I just want to blow smoke in their face because I'm hot, like, that's so bad for their lungs. Dogs are not meant to be inhaling smoke. It is so bad for their lungs. If you want to smoke weed, that is your prerogative, and you are welcome to fuck up your lungs like that. Me too, period. What I don't do is blow it in my dog's face and force them to inhale it. If your dog wants to hang out while you're smoking, that's fine. Blow it away from them.
Yeah.
Do not entertain whatever you think is going on in their head.
If you wouldn't do it to a baby, don't do it to a dog.
If you wouldn't do it to... See, but the thing is, I would not smoke with a baby in the room. Would smoke with my dog in the room.
I've smoked in the same room as a baby, but
I
blew it outside.
Joya! It's a baby!
I've smoked in the same room as a baby. I also have, and you know what? If my ex-brother-in-law is listening to this, fuck you. I fucking hate you.
Yeah, bitch.
But I have smoked, and he knew this, so fuck you.
We used your toothbrush to scrub my butthole.
Yeah. And I would do a million things worse than that, you piece of shit. But I have actually a video. I was like 18, so 19, because we had met. I was in 2 Girls, 1 Bong. And I'm smoking outside with my niece, who was like 2 at the time. But I'm like smoking. We're outside. Smoke's not.
No, I mean, I get that. Like, my
aunt
aunt used to smoke with me in the house next to her.
With cigarettes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cigarettes.
My mom actually had a test done one time, because her mom was a smoker for like literally ever, and she smoked inside the house. And my mom got a test done once where she
basically had the lungs of a smoker.
Not lungs, but it was like in her cells. Like, there was like fucking evidence
nicotine
of
shit.
Mm-hmm.
Nicotine.
So, that shit is very fucked.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyway.
Yeah, my Aunt Annie, she would just fucking... I'd be sitting right next to her watching a movie.
Yeah. Fucking crazy, dude.
It was a different time.
It really was. And thank God it's different now.
You used to be able to smoke in airplanes. They still have do not smoke signs on airplanes. That's how you know this wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy is people were pissed about it.
Yeah.
It's like the mask thing. They're like, I can't smoke on a plane? How am I going to make it to Europe?
Yeah. We were also, I saw a tweet the other day that was like, I'm definitely still going to be smoking on an airplane because why was I breathing random bitches' air in the first place? Why the fuck? Like, I think about that and I'm like, oh my God, I was living an absolutely disgusting life before this. breathing other people's air.
How dare I?
Seriously.
How
I'm like, I don't want your
dare
fucking germs
It's literally just
going in my mouth.
recycled. That's why people get sick after flights.
100%. Which they say that it's better now, but I'm going to be wearing my mask on every plane.
You know when you're on those planes and you see the steam coming out?
Yes, the vapor.
Freaks me out every time.
Yeah.
Freaks me out every
I
time.
saw, actually, it was Sasha once who posted a story of that, and she had, the next story was like, no, that wasn't my smoke coming out of that. Like, people thought that she smoked on the airplane and was videotaping her own smoke. And I'm like, have you been
Yeah,
on
I'm
an airplane
hotboxing the
before?
plane.
Yeah.
Wait for the fucking marshals to come get me.
Yeah, exactly. All right, cheers. Cheers, bitch. Oh, you know what we should do? Take a break.
I mean, what, for the last 10 minutes?
Oh, I guess.
Still seshing with Koala? I miss seeing you both together.
No, you did not, bitch.
Boo!
What a stupid question. Honestly, and it's like, where have you been? Because it's not been like, 2 months, 3 months. It's been years.
2 years.
Yeah. So not sure what planet you're living on, but
Either way, I wish her the best. I hope she's fixed her character flaws. I know she hasn't fixed most of them. I hope she's not racist anymore.
yeah, me too.
That's all I can hope for. If you'd like to see a gorgeous video about why we don't fuck with koala puffs anymore, please check out the Joya Rides channel on here, the WeedTube. She has an in-depth video about her experience with them, and it like touches on a couple tidbits of mine. It's not the full tea.
When I had right, of course, how could it be? But I definitely had a front row seat for that whole thing.
Yes.
And if you guys can't tell, MacDizzle and I actually have a real and genuine friendship.
A real and genuine friendship spanning 7 years now.
Many years. So, yeah, if you want to hear that tea, go ahead and go to my story. I'm literally dying right now at us fully talking about that person because we're drinking.
No, I don't give a fuck. I went on a whole live stream, not about her, but it turned into her.
Wait, what? Oh, it turned into her.
Because she made it about her. She started tweeting.
Oh.
Yeah. She started tweeting. She said, putting on a show, trying to get mine canceled, I see.
That was recently.
Okay. And then people were like, what are you fucking talking about? Nobody's talking about you. I was talking about Amanda.
Now, hold on. Because
the whole time I was talking about Amanda.
Let's just put this out there. Neither one of us, ever, in the history of anything, have submitted a fucking report about another person's profile unless they were, like, I think
impersonating me.
Yeah, I think I probably reported to Evan Granny, to be honest.
No, I didn't report that. I think maybe I did, but either way, I report people who are trying to sell puppies.
Yes.
I report people who are trying to impersonate me.
Yeah.
And I report people who are posting child pornography.
Yes. People who are breaking horrible, horrible rules. Would never report somebody's fucking page just because I wanted to see them deleted. That's not something that either of us would ever do. So
get
please
your money.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Exactly.
Because
and you know we all worked for that. Like,
we're in a whole new lane now.
Yeah.
We're not even. Go ahead.
Don't
go ahead. Take over it.
Yes, like
nobody
seriously.
fucking cares.
And you know what? She's probably so sad that we are still friends. I turned my mic off.
They heard it on this one.
Oh. Anyway,
she was very jealous of this friendship.
Like
she did everything she could. The things she used to say about you, because I confided in her and I told her like about our breakup or whatever, and I was like, that was so fucked up. Yeah. And then she's like, I can't believe you would spend time with a person who doesn't even value you like that. I'm like, bitch, what are you even talking about?
And here
because you
are.
She doesn't. It's like. It's not the pot calling the kettle black. It's like the fucking midnight sky telling the street that it's black. What are you talking about?
What are you literally?
You're not even.
And you know what? And it's okay because when things happen like that in friendships and like also I was literally
it was
so
just
young.
Miscommunication. It's all that it was.
And
all that it was.
Also, would we have been able to return to
and
our
reconcile
friendship
and like build?
Literally 6 months later. It wasn't 5 years,
it
10
wasn't
years,
forever.
It was 6 months, and we were right.
And not
back
to mention, we
at it.
became friends from business.
Yeah.
You know, we met each other under the guise of we're working.
Yep.
And we like were getting along, but like Two Girls One Bongs started, we did not know each other very well.
Right.
At all.
We just knew that we got along.
We just knew that we had chemistry.
Yeah,
We had
chemistry.
some good chemistry.
Yep.
And it translated
So-
very well on camera, and so
Yeah.
we really ran with that, and we became friends through the process.
Right, exactly. And that's where it gets messy. Just like we were talking about how living with your friend, like, and not even about that situation.
And just doing
but
business with a
in
friend can
general,
get messy.
Yes, when you cross over different types of relationships, then it can get messy. And we're really lucky that our relationship wasn't ruined over.
Shout out to
something.
Arend, fucking Richard. Because honestly, had it not been for him, I don't know where we would be right now.
I think both of our egos were like
Pretty big.
Yes,
Pretty
and,
big.
Like the pride.
Like, I don't
was
need
there.
you.
Yeah.
The fuck do I look like?
Crazy. Because literally our act on YouTube was so
good.
Yes. And like
So
both
good.
of us were so essential in our own way. It was
Yeah.
like the perfect mix of everything that both of us brought to the
There's
table.
a reason it took off, and
Yeah.
it had everything to do with what was going on.
Exactly.
You know?
So,
So,
yeah.
anyways, fuck Amanda.
Fuck that fucking bitch.
All right, we have time for, I think, one more.
One more, yeah.
We're going
let's
to get
do
one more. It's going to be kind of a longer episode.
Yeah.
Okay. We did not even make it through.
Yeah, I'm sure. We've done 3 questions so far. Oh my god. Fuck. So, yeah.
Okay, here we go. I broke up with my boyfriend, and he threatens with unaliving himself.
Oh god.
Should I worry or move on?
move on, queen?
Move on. It's not your responsibility to keep this person alive,
No,
and they're doing that
that's
to
called-
hurt you.
That's emotional. That's manipulation.
That is, it's using, it's weaponizing your emotional instability.
Yep.
It is not okay to do that to somebody.
No. Like, in no situation. Like,
If you are
that is-
genuinely thinking about killing yourself, you need to reach out to a fucking therapist, the
Yes.
suicide
And
hotline, I don't know.
Also, if a relationship with another person
Is going to send you to kill yourself, it's not your fault in the beginning.
No, there's something.
If that person really does, and I hope they don't, but 9 times out of 10, it is a hollow threat.
Mm-hmm.
9 times out of 10, it is a hollow fucking threat used to manipulate you and make you feel bad.
Yeah.
Because I promise, this person probably does feel like that. This
Yeah.
person probably does feel like they want to die without you. And I would take that and just shove that in your pussy and feel powerful.
Yeah.
All right? But also note that it is not your responsibility to keep another person alive.
No, it's not.
If they really decide
100%.
that they want to yeet themselves from this planet, that is not your fault. I'm saying. I'm saying. If that's a real threat,
Yeah. That's not your fault.
that's
at
not
all.
fair.
No, it's not.
I'm not going to sit here like
I just was looking at you because you said
yeet
they
yourself
wanna
from the
yeet
earth.
themselves.
That's how I want to go.
Yeeting?
Well, I would like to be referred to as she yeeted herself from the planet. Even if like I got like killed by like
Yeah,
a
even if you
bull running
didn't.
in the street,
Yeah.
because that's most likely what's going to happen.
A bull? You said?
A bull. Like I'm walking down the street and this crazy
Bull.
ravenous.
No, but then you got yeeted by a bull.
No, I was yeeted from the planet.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Totally.
Alright.
Got it. And
You
I'll
will-
make sure if you die first, I'll make sure that happens.
Thank you. I'm gonna die.
But no, I
first.
hope you don't.
Joya.
I hope I die before all my friends and family because I literally cannot handle another death.
Joya.
No.
Joya.
No, I'm dying first.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
We'll hold hands as we go.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. There you go. That's good. That's fine with me. I can
We'll
do that.
each have a special Kool-Aid drink when we're like 95.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
We'll be super old.
Yeah.
Like
We lived. Yeah.
can't
the whole
fuck.
time.
we
Yeah.
can't do anything anymore.
Right.
My hip gives out every time I fucking shift.
Yes, and I poop myself regularly.
Life is not fun
Yeah.
anymore.
And then yes.
Although I feel like if we both were pooping ourselves together and
It
we had a
wouldn't be too
nurse to
bad.
pick on,
Yeah. Imagine we're still on this podcast. Like. Oh,
with one
another
person
poop in my
watching,
pants.
just one geriatric fan still watching,
Oh my god. That's really
just
funny.
leaving the comment. It's Gina. Thanks, guys. We love you.
I pooped my pants 3 times today too. Don't even worry. Fuck. Wow. By the way, before we go, I just wanted to say that earlier MacDizzle referred to my mic as Russian. And I completely agree.
Wait, no,
with that.
actually, it's giving the UK
guards outside
name.
of Buckingham Palace. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. That is what it's giving.
It's
He's
one
like,
of the two.
and I'm like,
Vote below. Is he Russian or English? giving Russian for me
I
still.
agree, but the red throws it off.
No.
The red gives British. Okay.
His name is Vlad.
Wow. Honestly, yeah, good stuff. Really good stuff.
Great stuff. All right, we have so many more questions if we want to do this again next week.
So.
All right, we'll see you guys again next week. We won't be together, but it'll still be fun.
Okay, love you. Bye, guys. From me with my Russian mic. Goodbye.